Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Ocean's Pit. Hope you guys are having a great day. It's Twisted Tuesday. Carol Brandolino is in the house, and we got a great show lined up for you guys today. Carol, how are you doing this morning? I mean, this afternoon.
I'm doing good. Wide awake, ready to go. Ready to go. Let's go.
Sunshine is in. You're all ready. Check
I'm
the
ready.
website, TonyOceanMusic.com, and give us a call at 847-769-8609 to book a show. Every show is dedicated to the first responders, mostly dedicated to people like you who take the time and watch the show Monday to Friday at noon. It is showtime. So, everybody, welcome to Ocean's Pit. It's Twisted. Yeah, that's great. Hi, everybody. Hope you're doing well. Twisted Tuesday, Carol Brandolino in the house. It's going to be a great show. I'm in a good mood. A little tired, but I'm in a good mood. And what's going on over you in that office over there? Are you at home?
No, I'm at my office. I'm like the floating gypsy around here on Tuesdays. I go walking around and see who's not in their office, and I'm like, all right, it's this office today.
And they don't give you a hard time going from office to office?
No, you know what? I'm really lucky. Like it just, someone's once in a while not around, or they're on meetings out of the office. So I just float around. Everybody's very cool about it here. They can hear me in other rooms sometimes when I'm yelling. We have very thin walls here.
Oh, there you go. That could be good and bad. Good and bad.
No,
there you
no.
go. Right? Exactly. Let's get right to our first sponsor, folks. Ace is the place. Ace Hardware. Buy local, shop local, folks. It's Norridge, Des Plaines, Evergreen Park, Warrenville, and Mesa, Arizona. Summer deals happening now at all their stores. 50% off all lawn garden decor. 40% off all outdoor decorative chimes. Patio sets on sale. Lowest prices of the season. Guys, they are great at what they do. Don't forget to tell them to grill your Ace off and get $20 off any grill purchase. That's Ace Hardware. Ace is the place. Buy a local, shop local, helping neighbors before they were neighborhoods. Carol, what is Encore Brandolino Music up to these days?
Every morning he's posting time to make the music instead of time to make the donuts. It's time to make the music.
I see that. Right.
Yeah. Jam classes, everybody's starting to sign up now for band. So school band, those kids they start quickly. Band instrument rentals we have, and you could do that online. Actually, that's, you'll save a ton of money doing it that way. Is just to go online, and there's like a code you can put in, and then it'll go straight through us. So if you want to go online or call the music store, it's 815-729-2858. Brandolino's BrandolinoMusic@AOL.com. And you can get all that information if you want band instrument rentals, instead of purchasing an instrument right off the bat. It's
you
good
get
to
it right online, folks. And it's also it's in Shorewood, Illinois.
Mm-hmm.
What's the address again, hon?
700 West Jefferson Street, Shorewood, Illinois, right off of exit or Route 52 and I-55. It's
make not sure. That far. Go in there.
Yeah.
Go in there. Tell Bobby. Say hi to Bobby. There you go.
I'll always say hi to Bobby. Yeah. You know what? Do you know what Greek women do with their? I hate to say it this way, but it's the joke. What Greek women do with their assholes in the morning?
Wait, with their what? Their what?
Their assholes in the morning.
Okay, what do Greek women do with their assholes in the morning?
They give them a kiss and send them off to work.
Oh, there you go.
Insert your ethnicity.
You thought we were going over there, you nasty people. You
insert your ethnicity right there, and you're good to go.
Starting what it's like. I'm going to tell you a little something funny. I got something in the mail two things in the mail. One thing I knew was coming in the mail. We
Mm.
did the Playboy Bunny reunion thing a couple months back at the Grand
Yep.
Geneva, and they sent the Lake Geneva magazine. It's called the Lake Geneva Living magazine. And the whole cover is about the Playboy reunion. It's a colorful book. Ron
Nice.
German is the editor. What they did was great about it. It's every story of a lot of the different ladies, what they were doing, the musicians who played there,
Oh, that's cool.
a little story of what they're doing now. Some of these ladies. It's beautiful. It's about 100-page book.
Nice.
And then we were also nice. I mean, it's really, really cool. It's got quotes from celebrities and people like that. And there's great pictures. Now, we made the book a couple times, but then they gave us a full page ad
Oh,
and
that's great.
story in the magazine too,
That's
which is
nice.
well. So we want to thank Ron German and his crew. A beautiful man. It's free magazine. You can pick it up anywhere in the
Oh,
Lake Geneva
wow.
area.
That's
So I'm going to thank Ron for sending that. We're going to have Ron on the show sometime in August. He's the editor of that magazine, which would be
Nice.
kind of cool. Then out of the blue, I mean, I've got, if everybody wants, I've got 10 CDs available that I've recorded through the years. But my first CD and my first cassette, somebody
Yeah.
sent me a cassette, which I lost. I never knew I had. I thought I got rid of them all. And it came in. Someone mailed it to me.
Oh my God.
It's Johnny Ocean and the Hidden Orchestra, because it doesn't make any sense. But the name of the cassette was how did these guys get in my room? It's still sealed.
Oh my God. That is very cool.
It was very, very cool, and I and unfortunately, I still do half the songs on this stupid thing. So it's like you figure you're doing some new ones by now. But yeah, so it was really cool. So and
That is neat. That
had no return address or anything.
I love that. I love it. You know what? You as much as you might want to open it, I don't know, but that's like a collector's item.
I'm not going to open it. You're right. Absolutely. It was very cool. And, it's back then, who with a big cassette? Woo,
I need to find a cassette player. They have these disc replays all over the place where you can buy old cassette players and, all kinds of old equipment.
That still work. I mean, the
Yes.
8-track stuff and still work. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I have a ton of cassettes I want to play. I have a ton of them. I have my old radio.
Do you have cassettes?
Ton of them, because my the guy that did hosted the show that I did radio for 10 years. So he would record every single show. And back then when we first started, it was recording it onto a cassette tape. And I'm dying to really, I'd have to be have some drinks before I listen to it, because I think I would cry when you very first start a job like that, because it was so bad. Talking into a microphone and no one being on the other end of it. You're just like talking to a wall. And
yeah.
But I'm dying. I'm going to get one of those. I have to, I'm dying to hear them.
Yeah, that would be actually kind of cool. Go back and hear what. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
That's cool.
Yeah.
Ocean Spit, little show about big things, guys. Albert, Joanne, Kathy, Jerry Jams in the house. Hope you guys are all doing well. Jill, Indiana, Carol, Tony Toto, Kathy Eppolito. I think Kathy is. I think she's either still in town. I'm not sure.
28th or the 29th, I think she said, because I would love to see her again before she leaves.
Yeah,
She's
so maybe we'll see you. Maybe we'll see you Friday at Chicago Prime, because we'll be there on this Friday. Anyway, folks, it's good. So let's get to Mary Grievous, our good real estate agent and good friend, Mary Grievous, folks. Yes, serving the perfect real estate professional, whether you're putting your home on the market or looking for your dream home. Give her a call today. The Berkshire Hathaway Stark Real Estate. That's M. Grievous at starkre.com, 630-688-1725. Also, ladies and gentlemen, Mary is in charge of the Chicago Music Cruise. So don't forget, it's going to be a great event. It's going to happen March 22nd to March 30th, 2025. And it's going to happen on the Royal Caribbean Oasis of the Seas, Fort Lauderdale, Carousel, Aruba, and Coco Key, Bahamas, with Mojo's Jukebox, Tony Ocean, the main event band, Hillbilly Rock Stars, Frankie Hollywood Rodriguez, the Jersey Girls, and of course the ringleaders themselves, Seventh Heaven. So give Mary a call at 630-688-1725, or go to ChicagoMusicCruise.com and tell them Tony O sent you. I'm excited about all that good stuff going on a cruise is a lot of fun. I think just getting away on a vacation,
Yeah.
as me and Carol were just talking about that, just getting away would be kind of
Yeah.
cool. And, people like, oh, I have to go overseas and stuff. Technically, there's so many nice things that you can do in the Midwest that you can
for
drive
sure.
to. And there's so many nice things. I'm going to the Dalles next. We're leaving on Sunday.
Nice.
Our
Nice.
shows for this week. We're coming up Thursday. We'll be Positanos with Jerry Jams and Lisa P. in Oak Brook. Friday, Chicago Prime. Saturday, Mojo's Jukebox is at Dirty Nelly's. Great place, rock club in Palatine. Mojo's hasn't played a Saturday, probably since we started, because of our
It's
work.
going to be Mojo's Jukebox. Mojo's Jukebox.
Mojo's Jukebox.
Oh,
Yeah, the rock
nice.
band is there,
Okay.
and opening for us is Small Town, which is a tribute to John Cougar Mellencamp, and they go on at 7:00. We go on at 9:00. And
Nice.
it's going to be a lot of fun. So Sunday we will be leaving on that. So very good, Karen. How you guys doing? Here's Bobby Brandolino in the house. Felix Greco. Hey, Felix will be our guest tomorrow on Ocean's Pit. Still waiting for some of Felix's info, but he will be on the show tomorrow. Laura Ocean will be with us on Thursday. Very, very cool. There's Mary. How you doing, Mary? Information, a lot of fun. Hey, here's a quote for the day. Humans are estimated to produce 1 to 2 liters of saliva each day.
Oh, okay.
There it is, folks.
Oh my God, facts.
Estimated to produce 1 or 2 liters of saliva each day.
I'll remember that, actually.
Yeah.
Sadly, I will remember that. That
Makes
fact.
you feel real good, don't it? Absolutely. A couple other things. I got to tell you something. Yesterday, all over Facebook, I don't know. I had a friend of mine for many, many years. He was my sound man through Jilly's, and when I started, named Dave Gage.
Mm-hmm.
He's been sick for a while. I haven't heard from him. All of a sudden, on his page says, "I'm his sister. He's passed away in his sleep."
Oh my God.
So I put a collage together. We put it all out there, and all our friends texting all day long. Oh, can't believe Dave gone. Blah 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 blah. Well, about 5:30 in the evening. Hey guys, I'm not dead.
Oh
my account was hacked. I don't even have a sister, or I don't have a sister named Darlene, whatever the hell it was.
Oh my God, I've never heard of that happening. Oh my God.
Now I know that your accounts get hacked,
Mm-hmm.
but either this person did it and it had to be done maliciously.
Oh
I
my
believe.
God. What a
Why would you come
sicko.
up with that? You can just come up with anything else after your account is hacked. But to actually tell him I died in his sleep in bed.
Holy shit.
Well,
Well, you
is
know
that
what?
crazy? Pardon me?
I will say this, not a silver lining, but can you imagine him now seeing everybody's texts, hearing their, everything they had to say? I mean, it's kind of like witnessing your own funeral to a point. Like, people, what are people saying about you after you're gone? I mean, he's getting to see that right now. You know what I mean?
Actually, what was even interesting is all the comments were coming in,
Yeah.
and the person that had the account said, "Boy, I never realized Dave was this loved. My brother was loved
Yes.
this much."
Yes.
And
Wow.
blah 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 blah.
Yeah. That's kind of cool
Interesting.
to see that. Yeah, to be able to see something like that and but again, guys, like, don't just say it while they're alive, okay? Don't wait till they're gone. I mean, it should teach people a lesson over and over again, get it done while you're here. Stop putting shit
Tell
off.
people that you love them. Hey man, I appreciate what you do, whatever it is. I know sometimes people can't do that, especially men to men for some reason.
Oh,
But I have no problem. We hug each other. We
Yep.
give each other a kiss every day. All the guys I know, hey buddy,
That's
how you
awesome.
doing? What? I mean, it's just the way it is. Old school. I don't know if the new school does it. The new school doesn't get into it too much, but the old school definitely gets into. Kim Peterson, how you doing? I hope you're doing well. And speaking of fortunes and stuff like that and stuff, today's National Fortune Cookie Day. Now, let me ask you something. I got to tell you, Carol, have you ever ate Chinese, opened a fortune, and something actually happened?
Well, kind of. I think you can almost manifest certain things, or you could find something that's similar to what's in the fortune cookie. Yeah, I think it's fit into my life before every once in a while.
Yeah.
but they're
Yeah.
pretty vague. They're pretty vague.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
have
Today
you?
you will be hit by a truck.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of getting hit by a truck, did you see that the Oscar Mayer Wiener mobile
Yes.
got into an accident on 294? I don't think it's funny, but you don't know, as creative with my creative juices has been flowing lately, and I'll talk about that later. Because
Yeah.
remember, I told you Saturday something seriously not right in my brain.
Well, that's okay. That's what makes you who you are. We're all little bots, as we say.
But like I was trying so hard to come up with something funny, and I'm sure lots of people probably came up with clever things with the Wiener wagon being down on 294, and I couldn't for the life of me think of one funny freaking thing to come up with. I'm like, well, there has to be a joke in there, and I'm sure there are, but I just thought that was funny. It was being taken away.
I think somebody sideswiped him, if I'm correct, if I heard the story.
Yeah, maybe it was in an accident, but yeah.
I don't think anybody was hurt.
No. Nobody was hurt.
But
No.
Who knows? Maybe the Oscar Mayer, maybe the hot dogs, you can't eat those anymore. But
yeah, but I thought that was. I'm like, oh man, what happened? I remember I tried to audition for something, kind of in a joking way, but not and I had to sing the Oscar Mayer Wiener song.
Okay, wait a minute. Now, do you still remember the Oscar Mayer Wiener song? Since we're talking about it,
yes, and it's actually
still go ahead.
Yes, my daughter was singing it, and I go, "That's wrong. That's not how it goes, and it's not the original." And we started a debate. I go, "Google the original Oscar Mayer."
Okay, so do you know it without Googling it?
I think so. Yeah. Oh, I wish I was an Oscar Mayer Wiener. I love to eat it every single day, and if I was an Oscar Mayer Wiener, wait a minute. Oh, I wish I was an Oscar Mayer Wiener. Wait, I love to eat it every single day. And if I was an Oscar Mayer Wiener, oh shit, it's not coming to me now. I knew it like 10 times. I said it to her.
But it's only one line you're missing. You're only missing one line.
Wait,
right?
well, do you know it?
No, wait. I wish I was an Oscar Mayer Wiener.
Love to eat it every single day. And if I have to ask my wiener, if you ask me, well, I'll say something like that. Oh, damn it. Now I'm going to get
something like I say. That's all right. We'll figure it out by the end of the hour. Somebody will send us. Somebody will send us. Yeah.
The Carol says, version is wrong.
Carol Minotti says lots of wieners all over the place.
Yeah. Big wieners all over the place. Look, just turn your TV on.
Oh, here it is, Carol. And that is what I truly like to be. So that was the line that came in. Yes.
Okay.
Kathy put that in there. Okay, there you go. Thank you.
It's gonna come up. It come up. I was sending you. I feel bad now. You're gonna be in my line of fire for texting things too sometimes.
That's okay, I love it. Keep them
but
coming
I'm up
in.
all nights, all hours of the evening. That T-shirt, the T-shirt that I sent you, it says, "I like my guns." It's a big like AR-15 on there or something like that. It says, "I like my guns like Democrats like their voters." Undocumented.
Oh, that's a good one.
I mean,
that is good. Wait, look at Felix Greco says, "I wish I had an Oscar Mayer Wiener. That is what I truly want to be. Because if I were an Oscar Mayer Wiener, everybody take a bite of me."
I don't know that one.
Or that is what I truly like to be. So I think Kathy's got the old version, maybe, and Felix has given us the new version. So whatever it is, we'll figure out one of the lines, whatever the line is of the Oscar Mayer Wiener getting all this attention.
Oh, funny. Oh, yeah, Saturday. I have to tell you about Saturday when I saw you at Taverna, which I absolutely love that place. I actually got a seat at the bar, and there was a gentleman sitting next to me, older. Look, forgot I even said that. The gentleman sitting at the bar. He was older than me, okay? Maybe in his 60s. I don't know. So he was sitting there, and I said, "Do you mind if I sit next to you?" Because I wanted to leave 2 seats open, because I'm a bartender. I think of it that way. If you leave 1 seat open, that's not going to help anybody. So anyway, we started talking. We had a really great time. We laughed a lot. And I said, before I even sit down and talk to you for any period of time, I said, "You're not a scumbag, are you?"
Oh, that's great. Hi, my name's Carol. You're a scumbag, are you? That was the word that you threw out there.
I said, "Just want to let you know, I'm cool. Let's sit down and hang out, whatever." He goes, "No, I'm not a scumbag." And then, so we were joking, laughing, stories, he ran into people he knew, and he's divorced, or, has like a 20-something-year-old daughter. We talked about all that stuff. And then as we're sitting there, he put a few more, beers down. There were some really, very attractive women there with really cute dresses on, walking by. And he's like, "Oh, hey, honey, how you doing?" He did one of those. And I said, what are you doing? I go, you are a scumbag. He goes, why am I a scumbag? He goes, I just said hi to her. And I said, no. I said, you turned around. She had a cute little dress on, and you're like, oh, hey, honey, how you doing? I go, that's scumbag. I go, don't do
That's a
it.
scumbag. Yeah.
No, but he was great. He was funny, but he started pointing out all these things to me that I had never even heard of. And I'm 50, he's in his 60s. He was talking about like toe cleavage. I was like, what are you talking about? I don't even know what you're talking. He's like, well, all the women that I've kind of talked to and hung out with lately, they're a little younger. I said, yeah, I'm sure. He's like,
No
and they
shit.
talk, yeah, no shit. He's like, well, they talk about toe cleavage as sexy. I go,
So
I don't even know what
let
that
me ask you, what's a toe cleavage?
toe cleavage is like when you're wearing a shoe, like a women are wearing like a high heel shoe.
And you can see your toe?
The toe, like, the lines between her toes that would be considered toe cleavage. I was just like, what in the hell? But it's a thing. And I didn't know that. And he's like schooling me on things that like 30-year-olds probably are telling him. I go, what do you have in common with a 25, 35-year-old anyway? Do you know what I mean? But it was very interesting. And we had a really good time.
It's funny you should say that, Carol. I never understood that whole attraction of the older man with these younger ladies. I don't get it. No. I can understand maybe the woman if the guy's got cash, looks cool, blah 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 blah, kind of whatever. Well, but I just don't understand it all. I've never had to go through it. I've never did it. I never dated anybody that was younger than me. Yeah. So to me, I don't get it. Real fast, everybody's sending us the whole Oscar Mayer Wiener songs. Jerry, Lola from Donnie G's buddy. Also, Phyllis Hodges and Nick Hodges. They're on vacation. I love them guys. I wish me and Laura were supposed to go, but we couldn't go. So I hope you guys are having fun. Ronnie B, Elvis. Anyway, so I never understood that deck. Hey guys, you're watching Ocean's Pit, little show about big things with Carol Brandolino on Twisted Tuesday, guys. We lost, for all you people who like All My Children, I guess we lost one of the actress, Esta Terra Blanche, died at the age of 51 years old. Imagine, that's so young.
Who did she play? Does it say who her character was?
I think she played a princess something. She played a princess? Is that
and I don't know, because I did watch All My Children for many years with my grandma.
Well, she's 51, so she had to be passed away. I don't know if anybody watches it. There you go.
Not on anymore, I don't think.
Kim Peterson said, I'm Googling toe cleavage right now.
You better
find out what it is.
It's going to take you to some creepy ass sites. Just be careful. I'm just
be careful on that. Also, Abdul the Duke Fakin. He was one of the original founders of the Four Tops, one of the great Motown bands. Dies at the age of 68 years old. And congratulations to Ava Salavisa. She won 2024 Columbus Day Beauty Queen.
Nice. I was watching that. I at least unfold on Facebook. That's
going to be cool. Awesome. Columbus Day Parade. And congratulations to Richie and Blanche from Norton's in Highland Park, celebrating Norton's in Highland Park on 1905 Sheridan Road. 25 years in the business. It's a great little place, great food. Actually, we're going to be there Saturday, August 3rd. Norton's in Highland Park. Congratulations. 25 years. Lola from Donnie G says she likes, okay, here it is. Wait a minute. I hate when people take two seats, then one open, etc. The bartenders lose money.
Right.
A couple of times down there you go. And Carol in the business, so you kind of understand that.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. I didn't want her to think I was hitting on him. I didn't want her to think I was hitting on him. That's why I was like, I'm going to sit next to you, but I'm not looking for anything, so
right. So you let them know anything. You let them know in advance. Frankie Seta, how you doing? Ronnie B. Dennis from Lake Geneva. What's up, buddy? Lola says, how old was this guy? Toe cleavage was back in the early 2005. I think I remember those shoes.
I don't know if they're specific shoes. It's just when your toes, the lines between your toes are showing like we're in your high heels. He was like 61, 62.
Well, let me ask you something. So what happens if you got a pair of flat sandals that you have one little piece of string that's on the big toe, and the rest is there's no cleavage there.
That's not cleavage. I guess part of them have to be covered, like boobs. Part of them are covered, and then you see the cleavage, the little line there.
There's a lot of sick fucking people in this world that come up with this shit. Who comes up with this? Oh, let's look at foot cleavage.
I don't know.
What the hell?
Listen, the
It's
guy was funny. Actually told them to watch everybody I come in contact with. I tell them to watch the show, just so you know. I'm always like,
yeah. Well, I
I'm,
well
you know,
appreciate
so
that
I'm
very
not.
much.
He was
Yeah.
very nice. Don't get me wrong. He was very nice, very respectful to me.
Was he Italian?
Oh yeah, he's from Melrose Park.
Oh,
Listen.
of course. Well, then there you go. There
He's a
you
neighborhood
go.
guy. He's a neighborhood guy.
He's a
You know,
neighborhood guy. Hey, I know a
neighborhood
guy.
guy. Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah,
God,
it was
fun.
it was fun there. I liked it. I want to thank a real shout out to Dave Antonelli and Mr. A. It was great being at their house yesterday for a little barbecue.
Nice.
April and thank you, Andrew, for the maple syrup from Green Bay, Wisconsin, and Russell. It was nice seeing you guys very much. All right, so very, very cool. Boy, we got a lot of, I know I'm going to get your opinion before the end of the hour of President Joe Biden stepping down on your opinion. I told my opinion yesterday, but I'd like to hear what you got to say and about Kamala Harris and all that. Oh, boy, it's crazy. But before we do that, let's get into a couple sponsors, folks. And we got to do that. Let's get my good buddy, of course, Garelli Pavement Services. Absolutely, our good friends, family owned and operated. They service Illinois, Wisconsin, and Indiana. They specializing in all stuff for the roads and stuff. Very important repairs, replacement, seal coating, crack filling, lot painting. 5-star rating. Call for a knowledgeable representative, 815-271-5835. That's GorelliPavementServices.com. Tell them Tony O sent you. And let's not forget my good buddy Tommy from Jack Vana Landscaping. Monthly maintenance programs. They do everything from bush cleaning to spring cleanup. They do it all. They also plant design, service, and installation, servicing the North Shore for over 44 years. Call Tommy at 847-432-5266. It's Ocean's Pit. It is Twisted Tuesday with Carol Brandolino, and I'm telling you, a lot of funny stuff happening in this crazy world. Right now, it's almost, you got to laugh. You got to laugh or you got to be sad because it is crazy stuff that's going on. And we will talk
it's like the Twilight Zone. Remember that show? I feel like I'm
Yes.
living in it. I really do. It doesn't seem
I
like
agree with you, Carol. Here's a couple questions of the day. Tell me what you think. I want your opinion. Study sample from Fox 32 News, 33,000 employees, U.S. adults who answered questions to scale called Satisfaction with Life. Does money buy happiness?
No.
In your opinion?
No, not at all. I've seen it. Look, have I ever had enough money to gauge it? Fuck no. But I will tell you, I know a lot of people that have so much money that they could never go through it. And they are some of the most miserable, jealous, angry people that I know and lonely people that I know. And it shows. It does not buy happiness. Can it buy you less stress? Absolutely. I mean, look, if you're worried about being paycheck to paycheck and having your kids, fed,
that's stress. But there's a lot of other stress that comes with that.
Yeah, there is. But I listen. No, I know money does not buy happiness because I know so many people that have a ton of money, and unless you are okay with yourself on the inside, money's not going to change. It's not going to change how you feel on the inside about yourself. And in the end of the day, what you think about yourself is how you live your life, and it's not going to make you happy. You have to do something that fulfills you, or you're done.
You know what? Here's I want to ask you in your opinion, Carol. Do you think if you've got money and you earned that money by working hard and became millionaire or whatever it is, or if a guy or a girl got money from their parents, grandparents, they inherited the money. I think the guys that actually worked for it and became millionaires are a little bit more happy knowing that they did it all themselves instead of the guys that got, hey, my grandmother gave me this, my parents gave me this, blah, 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 and they have that gimme attitude.
Entitled, the entitlement. Yes. So Yeah, listen, I'll tell you, and this will tie into everything with the political stuff eventually too. But you hear people, yeah, you definitely, if you work for it, you're going to feel, you feel much more differently. Just like, getting a degree or anything that you're doing or buying a car, if you save that money, you feel a sense of accomplishment. So yeah, you're definitely going to feel good about yourself. And you're also going to know the value of a dollar more if you work hard for it. That's a bottom line. If you don't know what the value of a dollar is, if you work for it, it's different than if it's given to you, for sure. But the other thing is, there's a lot of people on the other side, that have been given huge inheritances. Like, how people talk shit about Donald Trump, right?
Yeah.
He started with money. Okay, let's
Sure.
just say that's a fact. Okay. Do you know how many people that we've heard of or know in the media or in Hollywood or whatever that were given a ton of money and they earned it from their families, and they ended up still on drugs, still substance abuse, still getting put in jail, still, and then the money's gone, right? So here's the thing: you could inherit $5 million, but at that point, you're either going to go through it and nothing good's going to come out of it, or you're going to work hard, invest, put it in the right places, get some financial advising, open up businesses like what's Trump did. I mean, look, there's so many people like him out there that if you do the right thing with the money you inherit, then it's going to be a positive thing, and then you're going to succeed. But a lot of people get this money and they inherit it, and it doesn't matter. They go down the tubes anyway. So because they're not working hard. You're not. So whether you inherit it or not, some people are going to do the right thing, smart thing, the business sense thing, or they're not.
And I also believe it's the people around you that can give you the guidance of what to do and what not to do. Maybe,
Yeah.
and I think that does make a big difference.
Yeah.
I agree. Speaking of that whole thing that we're talking about, don't be too impressed by college degrees anymore. Mm-hmm. Graduates are no longer the most educated. They're just the most indoctrinated. Yeah.
Indoctrinated. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, it's sad because my kids, Gianni's 2 years away from, college age. And, you always want your kids to go to higher learning, right? But I was thinking about this actually today in the shower or last night. I don't remember when it was, but I thought to myself, anymore when it comes to degrees, the most I've ever learned in my life, the most valuable things I've ever learned in my life have been through experience. Street experience, family experience, experience in relationships. You can't read everything. You can't learn from just reading because you're reading other people's words. You're reading other people's experiences and lives. It has to do with your own experiences, I think. So truly, to be honest with you, experience is what matters. Yes, you could be well-read. If you're going to be a doctor or a lawyer, things like that, you're going to need that degree. But for a lot of things, you don't. You really don't. And college anymore, first of all, the associate's degree, it's useless and pointless because you're done. You should literally just be able to go to college for 2 years and get your bachelor's if that's where you want to do it. Right. Because you're leaving high school 4 years, taking all these classes that you weren't interested in. Now you got to go get your associates and do English, math, science. Again, for what? Just to pay 2 more years of either a big college, which costs a ton of money, or even a local community college. Why do you need to get there? You just got out of 4 years of high school taking these classes. Let kids go and do a 2-year degree, get their bachelor's. If they want to go on for their master's, fine.
And then go at it. Right. Accountants, lawyers, doctors, certain things you need more college. Other things, get a trade.
Yeah. It's pointless. They've made it pointless anymore. They've made it really so people don't want to go to college and get higher learning. Learn on the job. That's what I'm saying. Find something you love. I'll tell my kids too. I'll practice what I preach. Find something you love to do, and other than being a doctor or something that where you're dealing with people's lives like that, therapist. But and get in that field and learn hands-on and move your way up the ladder in that company. Start at the bottom and learn your way up. That's it. I mean, hands-on experience. That's where it's at.
I agree. And some people are putting in their opinions. Albert, college degrees helps get the best jobs. okay, it depends what you're looking for
That's
technically.
true. That's
If you want to
true.
be a doctor, if you want to be an architect, maybe
Right.
a lawyer, certain colleges, certain things you do need.
Sure. Yeah.
Experience, but you need common sense more too, and street
And
smart.
smarts. Yes. Listen, number one, I'm telling you, I'm so glad my daughter has common sense. I'm more happy that she's an excellent student, but her common sense from such a young age, thank God. That's all I have to say is thank God.
Well, it also comes from the parents too, so the parents help.
Can you teach common sense though? I don't know. Because some
No,
of the
I know, but
smartest
you know
people
what?
we know don't have it.
But you know what I mean. Some people
Yeah.
like to listen to what you guys say. The kids like to hear what their parents say, and
Yeah.
they take a little bit of that, and then they use what their own knowledge in, and
Yeah.
hopefully they can make it better that way. Susan
Right.
Jambroni, the closer's in the house. Rosemary
Hi,
Seymour.
Rosemary. Oh,
How
they're
you
the
doing?
best.
All right, here's another one for you, Carol, since we're talking about women today. Females are way bigger perverts than men. Don't be fooled. Some just hide it well.
What's your thoughts on
Do you
that?
think that men are more perverted than women are?
No, I think they're just a little bit more verbal in certain instances. Look, this conversation came up too. I'm just telling you, it's constant. These women, some women online right now on Facebook are still bringing up the grabbing the women by the, pee, right? With Trump. And I can't tell you enough how ignorant that is to me that you're actually going to take that into consideration. I'll tell you why. I don't like hearing guys talk like that. I don't, of course, who's going to want to? But when a person is talking, a guy is talking with a bunch of other guys somewhere private, they're going to say, I've heard women say way more disgusting things than that in groups, in closed session.
Yeah.
Way worse. But, you had somebody recording them, used it. And, I just think it was used so horrendously. Of course, they're going to use it because it sounds terrible. Sure. And it's not like he walks around and does it. You know what I'm saying? Because if you did, you'd be in jail. If you did, there'd be and then I have other women on my feed. I'm just so annoyed by it. Talking about, he's been 29 rapes and he was convicted of rape. Why are you? I said, have you read anything in a major market news market, or are you reading these little podunk town, articles? I don't know where you're getting this information, because if anything like that came out about Trump and it was legitimate, it would be plastered on billboards in Times Square.
Everywhere.
Everywhere. They can't get it because it doesn't exist, because they would find it if it did.
So they'll come up with anything they can do.
Of course.
And it's just a person. You guys circle of friends year round. Okay. Going to college doesn't guarantee you a job. That's true, Michael.
It doesn't.
Michael and Gigi from Crash Champions Collision Auto Repair. For all your collision auto repair needs, go to crashchampions.com. And happy birthday again to Gigi, actually. Michael, thank you. And Armando Supermarkets, 925 Liberty Street in Elgin, Illinois. Danny Mazzi, buy local, shop local. So I used to always say at places I'm at, when I used to talk to the bathroom attendants, the men and the women, they always said the writing on the wall in the women's bathroom are always worse than the writing on the wall in the men's bathroom.
I believe it.
I don't know if that's all true, but hey, that's just what you hear. Mikey, how you doing from Hardcore Italians in the house? We got a lot of good stuff coming up. We're going to be talking about the Columbus Day bocce tournament. It's going to happen at the Casa Italiana in September. We're excited about that. It's going to be a lot of fun. Dennis, yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. The question is, there's people that are a little bit more, like you said, when they're a bunch of guys, they play that hard ass. Hey, I got her here. I got her here. But then when they're alone, they're a little quiet. They're more laid back. You know what I mean? So I don't know what the answer is. Who's more perverted? Who knows? Women
are just as disgusting. I've heard it. I've seen it. And you know what? It is what it is. If they're doing it amongst their friends in a room, okay, whatever. Let people say what they got to say and joke around, whatever. What they do at the end of the day is what matters. Are they actually acting like that? Some of them do. And there's names for that.
And you know what anybody wants to do in their private business, that's up to them.
Right.
You know what I mean? Whatever they do, whatever, it is what it is. It's been 4 years since our Columbus statues were viciously removed. There has not been a day where they haven't fought to bring them back to their original locations. This is a quote from Mr. Ron Onesti, of course. George Washington isn't going away, and neither is Christopher Columbus. So I guess the George Washington statue staying out front of the Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson's office. He's trying to get rid of that too, and they just won't. They just want to stop, get rid of history. I don't understand why this benefits anybody. Why does it benefit anybody? When the kid comes out of school and sees a statue of Columbus or whatever, do they really go, wow, this makes my day that that guy or woman statue is standing there? Why do they have it so hard of trying to get rid of history, Carol?
Because you know why? The Gen Z, right? The Gen Zers are the most woke of the gens, right? I'm still trying to figure out which one is Gen Z, Gen X, Gen this. I don't even know, but I looked it up because the sad thing is that's what we're going to have to worry about in this next election. And that's what I'm afraid of, because right now what they're going to do is they're going to promote to Gen Z because they're old enough, obviously, to vote. They probably, most of them have never voted before, a lot of them. Now they're going to promote because of the social injustice aspect, the racism, homophobia. Listen, poverty. What are you Gen Zers that are so woke doing about
who comes
poverty?
up with this title? But who comes up with this title, Carol?
Saying, are you helping? Are you helping? Like, if you're a Gen Zer and you're so woke about social justice, racism, homophobia, climate change, what the fuck are you doing to help it? Because if you're just standing out there talking about it, you ain't doing shit. You're not doing shit, and you are part of the problem if you're not helping solve the problem. Okay, you're either a problem solver or you're part of the problem. So this is who they're going to. All this. Okay, so with Biden, right, stepping down. And look, he didn't want to. We knew he wasn't going to. He was too proud, not doing it. He was not going anywhere until all the people that donate, okay, the big one, the big pharmas,
bingo,
that put the millions of dollars into these campaigns, right? They're like, he's not going to win. So we're screwed as it is, right? Big pharma and all these other companies, right? So here's the thing. The second they said our money, we're pulling it, and they did. People pulled their money. So then they told Biden, you got to go. You have no choice. Basically, you got to go. Kamala now, who is the biggest joke I have ever. I can't even believe that.
And yet she still raised $50 million supposedly from their supporters.
I believe she raised millions because you know what they're doing. They're loading her up because she's going to be right in their fucking pockets. And they're going to, like I said the other day on something I posted on or commented on, puppet strings are very, very expensive. And what they're doing is they're lining their pockets, all this millions of dollars, because they're going to forward their agenda, move their agenda forward through her. She's an idiot. She can't even. Another one. I mean, yes. Okay. Is she younger? Okay. First of all, we had a black president for 2 terms. It's not like people are the whole racism thing and presidents, the first woman president. Would it be wonderful to see? Yes. If she was an intelligent,
if she was qualified,
but you're taking somebody that has 0 qualifications. Okay. She's been in the governor or this or that. You know what? You have a person that's up for re-election, Trump, who has done the actual job for 4 years, and it was successful. Why is there even a question at this point? She didn't even get her own votes. She had to drop out of the race 4 years ago, whatever it was, because nobody liked her. But now, whoever it has to be, which is her, she's going to have to run on the tails of her vice president pick, whoever that's going to be. Well, that's the only chance she has. The only chance she has. And it's scary that people are going to be listening to all the bullshit that's going to be spewed about her, because you know what? When she supported the riots, she had this freedom fund. She put money into this Freedom Fund Act, and it was literally letting people out of jail that were rioting back in 2020 and literally starting cities on fire. Remember that, right? That's when I became somewhat political because I've never been political minded. I'm not that person. I just never was.
Correct.
I tried to vote according to, I would literally research people, what they stood for. I tried to do it the right way and be knowledgeable and make an educated, decision. And when I saw that, and when I saw these people like literally getting out of jail, and the people that were getting out of jail were felons, and she's talking about prosecuting Trump as a felon. She is such a jackass. And the people that are actually buying this,
anybody that supports her, I mean, this woman has no
qualifications. She can't even talk.
She was running around. I mean, come on.
Not only that,
running around in college, probably blowing. She was a very loose woman, from what I'm hearing in college, from stories that you can see and you can post anywhere. And someone, David Bender, welcome to Ocean's Pit. His quote says, "Anybody is better than the Donald." Well, everybody is entitled to their opinion.
No, I know Dave. Dave's actually one of my dearest friends for many, many years. But like I said,
I don't mind anybody's opinion.
No, not at all. Here's the thing. I don't think world leaders are going to listen. A lot of the world leaders are anti-women. Okay. Unfortunately, world leaders and all these things that are happening in these third world countries, they're anti-women. They don't respect them because they don't respect them in their own country. They're married to women they don't respect. It's like women don't matter. So here's the thing. She's going to step into that too. Like, unfortunately, and I don't agree with it, but she's going to step into, quicksand with all these world leaders, and they're not going to.
She's done.
I don't see it happening.
And as much as who everybody wants to say and whatever it is,
I will be the greatest president that God ever
Okay, but here's something that you guys don't get. The Democrats out there, listen to this. Hey, Democratic voters, it makes sense. All these primaries you had, they didn't matter. The Democratic Party is about to pick your candidate, regardless of you who voted for her. Your vote is irrelevant. It makes a lot of sense. They're going to put her in, obviously, and the next person, if they put Pritzker, now they're saying, maybe Pritzker from Chicago, who has done nothing for our state of Illinois, has done nothing. Now, granted, he's got a lot of money.
Yep.
He's got tons of money.
Yeah.
But they're scrambling. Jeremy, thank you so much. They are scrambling to see what's going on here. And and the sad thing about it is exactly what you said, Carol. The only reason why he dropped out is because the Biden's big investors behind him were backing out. If you look at Forbes poll, ladies and gentlemen, who's looking at it, and now look at the Forbes poll as when Kamala Harris was announced. Trump crashes Kamala with 11-point lead, 51% to 41%. That's according to Forbes poll right now. But every poll is different. But
every poll is going to be different. Yeah, for sure. But the thing is people are always quick to jump on Republicans or this or that or why they support Trump.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Right. If you support rioters, people being okay with rioting, people being okay with being not anti-gun, but anti-police, or, you're not backing your first responders who are putting their lives on the line every day for people. There's always bad apples. I'm not even going to get into that. And not only that, she is all about like these people. If you're about letting kids get surgeries at a young age without their parents' consent, if you are okay with that, listen, I don't give a shit about drag shows. Listen, if you want to take your kid, I don't care. I've been to drag shows. They're fun. But at 4 years old, listen, all is it going to do is confuse kids. And also, it's not for a 4-year-old anyway. I don't care if I was gay. I don't want my 4-year-old at a drag show. And not only that, I don't want them getting surgery too young, because we see all of the things that have happened. I've seen interviews with people that have had the sex change, and listen, guys, it's really scary when you hear these people talk about they'll never be able to reproduce, have children.
They're all changing. So a lot of these people, you're right. I've heard quotes that they changed their mind as they got older, realizing that that's it.
And it adds to more mental health issues. Listen, I'm not saying just because you identify or feel different on the inside, you have a mental health issue. I don't I'm not saying that, but because this has just become so prominent, even Elon Musk was talking about, I don't even know if this is true. I never heard of this. He had a son that identifies as a girl, went from, I don't remember his name, to a girl name. And Elon Musk had said that the doctors they were talking to, he felt like he was tricked into giving his son that wanted to be a daughter puberty blockers. Okay. And he did it because they basically told him they're going to commit suicide if you don't. So if that's the kind of advice you're going to get from a doctor, okay, listen.
Well, the doctors are making the money on that.
Right.
So think about that.
Right.
Think about that.
You know, go through therapy, go through therapy for a long, long time. I think it should be mandated before you go and try and get some surgery for a small young teenager. It's insane. It's insane.
I agree. Look at Brian James says, where do these minors get the money for an elective surgery if they don't have their parents' consent?
Well, is it an elective surgery? And also,
good point.
I mean, it is elective, but here's the thing. Yeah, I thought about who pays for that. Does insurance cover it? Or is it
some companies? Maybe, I don't know. But you know, it's funny that some insurances barely give you enough for a regular. Excuse me, not a regular. I want to say it right. For a man or a woman to get their teeth done, they don't even give you a certain amount for dentists. They don't give you the full blown like you get a medical. But so I can't see them backing this up. But you know what? It could be these new woke doctors now in this whole new world. Who the hell knows?
I don't know. It's kind of scary because whatever does happen, these kids are going, if they're giving the option to the kids without parents' consent, you'd have a lot of very depressed people and suicides and all kinds of mental health. We already have mental health problems and which obviously leads to drug addiction. Okay. It goes hand in hand. Mental health and drug addiction goes hand in hand. Okay. Depression, anxiety, drugs, you know, do I have the answers? No, I wish I did. You know, we all have kids that have issues and trying to navigate our own lives with that and how hard it is to watch your kids go through certain things. But, you know, start being present in your kids' lives, you know, start talking to them. I mean, my son is so sick of me, but I ask him questions all the time and we try to have conversations to try and, you know, they ask me a lot of questions right now about this election and where I stand and why. They ask a lot of questions and I'm trying to be honest with them.
Well, I hope they ask questions. I hope they do. There's a lot of people that would rather just not say nothing. I think it's important to ask the questions. But here's what I'm looking at comment. I don't know much about politics, but look, I know when I ask people this, that they're on the other side of they're not with Trump or they're not with whatever Biden. Either way, what I'm trying to say is inflation is up, gas is up, sex trafficking, the wall,
crime,
the crime, everything is up. I go, so do you like the wall? You like these people coming into our country? No. Do you like that gas and inflation went up? Do you like this? Everything? And they're saying, no, I don't. So actually, they just don't want to admit.
They just don't like him, period. But you know, like I said the other day,
your friend David Bender says crime is down, people.
Well,
where? In the city of Chicago? You really kidding
Chicago
me?
Crime is definitely not down.
People were shot in the city of Chicago alone. Where's your facts, my brother?
In one weekend. Yeah, listen, I'm sorry, but
I know people who are in charge. I know people who are actually running the police force in the city of Chicago, and you can tell the horrible things that are happening. Horrible things that are happening in our city, and our mayor's having this stuff happen. Carol, it's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm scared. I'm very scared. And honestly, look, I can understand that people don't like Trump. That's not my issue. You can hate Trump. You can dislike Trump. You don't have to like him. But if you're okay with what the other side stands for, more so, like, make a list. I don't know. You can dislike him as much as you want. But at the end of the day, you have to, have a conscience. I mean, and, you know, do these people have children? Maybe some of the people don't have children, or maybe some of these people, I know my mom hates Trump so badly because, you know, she said, you know, he's a cheater, he's a this, he's an
Yeah,
egomaniac.
yeah.
Okay, I get that. Listen, I get that.
Right,
I'm
right.
not looking to date the guy.
I mean,
I don't want my
they're all
daughter to marry
cheaters
him.
too. That he just got caught.
Yeah, I just, you know, it's I don't know. I don't know how people are thinking that this economy is okay. People are losing they can't even afford to pay rent. They're no daycare. I work, my job deals with people that are becoming homeless. So let me tell you something. Talk to me because I've seen it. I see it daily. I get phone calls. We're living in our car. I have 3 kids. I'm in a shelter. They're all full. So listen, don't tell me that sex trafficking is down because I have a guy who just retired he was a U.S. Marshal and he was somewhere in Germany or wherever they were underground. And there were 40 or 50 kids there that he had to look at. So unless you know, like I can't trust the government. I don't trust it because look what just happened.
And I agree. And it's a lot of people, like we were saying before, it's almost like they don't care so much. They don't hate the guy's policy. They just hate the man as an individual.
100%.
Which to me, I don't get how that works.
What
I don't get
policy
how
don't
that
you
works.
like? I mean, pick out the policy you don't like and then, you know, weigh it out because at the end of the day, if you're paying taxes, I mean, okay, take a look and see where they're going. And if you're okay with that, you're okay with that. Like I said, I'm not going to lose, for the most part, not going to lose any friends over it unless they don't want to talk to me anymore. But I'm sick of not being able to say my opinion because, I'm going to be called a racist because that's bullshit.
Yeah, of course.
Like, I don't care. It has nothing to do with race to me.
Mind. Yeah.
And I fully support people wanting to get married, same sex. Listen, that's part of our culture now. It's totally acceptable. Listen, some people don't accept it. That's their right to not accept that. If they were born a certain way and the religion says it, that's okay too. They don't have to like it, but it's happening. They're,
I agree with you. You know, Carol, what's weird about it is, and I like it, it makes sense. See, they're not running against a candidate here. They're running against the system. Right now with the government. The government that we have with the Democratic Party, it's the system that they're running against. It's not just one individual.
No.
Somebody's pulling those strings. I believe Obama's pulling the strings. I could be wrong, but I believe it is because he did not endorse Kamala Harris.
Kamala, no, he did not. No, they not. And people should look at that too. But you know what? I didn't like Trump either a long, long time ago when this all first started at all. But you know what? I understand where people are right now, where your kind of hatred for someone else is pushing you the other way because I couldn't stand Hillary Clinton because I started researching. You research and you read stories from major networks, not podunk newspapers, okay? And research things and see where the smoking guns are and what's going on and how many people have committed suicide under the Clinton administration. And Bill Clinton got caught in his Oval Office with a cigar in a place that's unnecessary with a 21-year-old. So if you're okay with that, I'm sorry, I'm not. So,
See, it all depends on,
So I had to vote for Trump, right? I had to because I didn't want to at the time. But then when you see somebody do something successfully and you see things changing in your own home, in your pockets, in your jobs, in crime, in wars, give me a fucking break. I mean, come on. You're just hating the guy. And at this point, it's getting old because a lot of people's kids and grandkids are going to have to live with this way after you're gone, if you're past the age of 70. Okay. So start thinking about what's going to be left behind here because we're going to be a society like worse than a third world country. And I promise you that within 2 or 3 years, if this doesn't happen, because she's awful. Anyway, the Benders here, who I absolutely love, and I know some people are very easy to hate. Trump did.
I like that. You're right. I like that. David Bender did say he's easy to hate, just like and I agree. Just like I hate Michael Jordan and I hate Tom Brady. They're easy to hate, but
and that's fine.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
I just don't understand because I know some people who are wonderful people, great people. I love them. They're friends of mine. And yeah, we have differing opinions, but I don't know certain things that they don't see, or you just don't want to see them. I don't know because I know I look at both sides, but Kamala, for me, who supported the riots, you support violence.
Hey, wait a minute. She also said, Carol, she also said that President Joe Biden was a racist before she actually backed him before they were together. I mean,
Yeah.
look back at her
Yeah.
history, and people are seeing it more and more.
Yeah, and just because she is a lawyer, that doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean you could be the president of the United States. You know, you have to, it does have a lot to do with business sense. And running a business is very much like running a country. I mean, it's a business at the end of the day. It's finances, it's strategy, it's so many different things. So somebody who has run businesses his whole life, and you know what, I look at this too, when your children respect you, your grandchildren respect you and love you, and your family respects you and loves you, you know what? That says something about you to me on a personal level, because they could hate his guts. And you know what? They don't. And if he was a piece of shit father, they would hate him. Trust me.
Yeah.
And it's not about, oh, everybody thinks it's the money, the money, the money. You know what? Like I said, money is not going to buy. I know people whose parents are rich. They don't speak to their parents because they're like, I don't give a shit about the money. I don't want you in my life.
At all. Boyd came up with a good one. He always does. I love it. It should be on every shirt. Hate is a disease. It really is.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, it's you hit it right on the bot there. It's just
Yeah.
the hateful that's going on both sides. And
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen, let me just make sure we understand this.
Mhm.
Right now, we're looking for something to come in to save our economy right now.
And our border. And our borders.
And our borders.
And Kamala went to the border one
Right
time,
now.
I think. One time
Yeah.
she went to the border for 45 minutes. Is that a lie? Because I have a big problem with people trampling over the borders, because it's not the women that are carrying their babies that are so
Oh,
scared, because I
correct,
take them into
correct.
my own home or
Yeah.
do whatever I could to help them. It's not those people that are coming in.
No.
And if you have young little girls walking around getting, you know what, you don't hear a lot of the shit that's going on because it doesn't get posted out there because there's so much of it, especially in Chicago. And you know what, they're getting raped, kidnapped, sex trafficked, and a lot of it is not even out there. I can't even trust my daughter to ride her bike. You know, I mean, around the neighborhood.
The border is a big concern right
It's
now.
the biggest,
ladies and
one of the
gentlemen. You can
biggest.
come to our country like you're supposed to, like
Yeah.
my mom and dad did, and ancestors. Do it that way. Open up the pipelines. Open up the pipelines so we can get gas back. And you know, everybody, I'm so sick. You know, it's 101. We're running out of time here, folks. We can go on forever with this thing, folks, but we
Yeah.
do appreciate all your opinions. And listen, we're never all going to agree on certain things. I just want to say one quick thing. Did you watch the Nancy Mace tell Secret Service Director Kim Kelly that she's full of shit?
Oh, yes, I.
Wow, my God. Was that good?
Yeah, it was. But you know what? She deserves to step down or resign.
And she did.
couldn't-
As
you
of
can't
this
get past
morning,
that.
it's breaking
I love you
news.
too,
She's
babe.
gone. The U.S. Secret Service Director Kimberly today has officially resigned.
Good.
Yeah.
Because she failed. She look, it was a big, this isn't just a mistake. You know, you printed something out wrong in an office job, or you you gave the copy to the wrong person. Those types of mistakes you can't get past those. So there's not another chance for that to happen again. And she needed to resign because she failed at her job at that point. You have to take accountability and responsibility for that.
And she's
You know?
loaded. She's got a lot of
Maybe
money.
she's the fall guy. Who knows? Maybe she's the scapegoat. Maybe she had nothing to do with it. And maybe everything else was even more behind the scenes with what happened. I don't know.
Oh, boy, you got some good. Thank you, Michael, for your lovely opinion there. He said, I know why this call is called the pit. It's a pit of lies and fear. Oh, wow.
Oh, come on, Mike.
Thank you, Michael. You're a great guy. I hope you have a nice fucking afternoon. All right. Anyway, that's what it's about, guys. That's what it's about.
Hey,
That's
debate
what
is
it
healthy.
is.
Debate is healthy. That's okay.
Yeah, it's a good thing. It's a good thing. It's a good. Keep it coming, guys. Keep it coming. That's all that matters, folks.
The
Guys,
haters
we
are
gotta
gonna
thank
actually-
you all. Thank you all for your time. Before we go, folks, it's time for Ace Hardware. Ace is the place. Buy local, shop local. Supporting neighbors before, supporting neighborhoods before, they were neighbors, and you got to love them, folks. Please don't forget to download the Ace app. Very important. Rewards, easy way to keep track of your points, coupons, and special offers. Our good friends from Ace Hardware. And don't forget, tell them to grill your Ace off and get $20 off any grill purchase. Our good friends from Ace Hardware. Guys, Thursday, Positano's in Oak Brook. Let's not forget Friday, Chicago Prime Steakhouse. Saturday will be at Dirty Nelly's in Palatine. And let's not forget Airtight Windows, my good buddy Lou, 708-788-5000. Do it right with Airtight, my good friend Lou from Airtight Windows. Hey, guys, couple birthdays here for Tuesday, July 23rd, but we have to go. Omar Epps, great actor, turns 50 years old. Lee Majors, the old bionic man, 85 years old. Milton Berle, comedy legend, celebrating a birthday. Cheech Marion from Cheech and Chong turns 78 years old. Diana Rigg from The Avengers. Robin Williams, funny man. What? There was a funny man. God, we miss him. Absolutely. You got Don Knotts, of course, from the Andy Griffith Show and Three's Company. Cat Stevens, 76 years old. Ernest Hemingway, one of the greatest writers of all time, would have celebrated a birthday. Iron Mike Tyson, 58 years old. Former Chicago Cub Don Kessinger, 82 years old. Shoeless Joe Jackson from the White Sox. Boy, they look great names today. Art Linkletter, Bill Pentel, Chicago entertainer. Don Henley from the Eagles, 75 years old. Joe Pesci, 87 years old.
Oh my God.
How about
87?
it?
Holy
And
shit.
Gigi from Are We Live and
Happy
Capri
birthday.
Burridge. Happy birthday to
Here,
our
look at
friend.
what I made. This is what I made. Remember I told you?
Oh, yes. I love that. Advance.
Oh,
Yeah,
this is
Advance
the-
with Trump 2024.
And I have that one
love it.
too.
I
Yeah.
love it.
I got that one too. I made quite a few. I don't know. This is what happens to me when I wake up at 5 a.m.
No,
and
it's
have nothing else.
get those juices going. I love
Yeah.
it, guys. Hey, tomorrow our musical guest will be Felix Greco, talking about his career and what he's got going on. Laura Ocean will be joining us on Thursday, and tomorrow we'll make an announcement of our special guest coming this Friday. Guys, buy local, shop local, support local establishments, live entertainment, and we want to thank you all for coming out today and giving your opinions. It is important. It is
Yes.
important. It is.
Hey, the
Good-
haters
good
are
and
welcome
bad.
too. The haters are welcome. The haters
We love
are
the
welcome.
haters. We love the haters.
what
Bring
we-
them on.
that's
I mean,
okay.
that show's been going on for 4 years, so I'm happy. But we're
Yeah,
going to get
all right.
haters.
Yeah.
We're going to get haters, and that's okay.
That's okay.
I appreciate everything you guys have to say. But anyway, Carol, I appreciate very much, and don't forget to check out Brandolino Encore Music in Shorewood, Illinois. Twisted Tuesday. Carol will be back next Tuesday with us, guys. It's going to be crazy. The election is not far away, so we
No.
got a lot more shit that's going to be happening, Carol. So we got to be
Yeah.
ready. We got to be ready to make America great again, guys. I want you all to remember, be kind to everybody. Try to respect each other's feelings on both ends. We're not all going to agree, and you guys all know that. You've been following me for a while. But it's important to try to be nice to everybody. And the great words of Ringo Starr, peace and love. Peace and love. We need it. You guys have an incredible day. Nick Sahajas, the piano man, take us out. We got to go.
Oh, it's the end of the show. See you later from Tony O.
Bye-bye, everybody. God bless you.